So in regards to my last video, somebody said, so you'll never put your baby daddy on child support? And the answer is no. Let me tell you why. I'll never put my baby father on child support because...
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good today, man. We got this beautiful sister, man, telling us why she will not put her baby father on child support. Right. And I think a lot of women need to take this type of sentiment, man, take this type of idea, right? Take this type of thought process when dealing with the baby father. Now, once again, listen, let's just be honest here. At times, it's never going to go the way we all expected. Our relationship does not always go the way we want it to go, which is fine, right? Which is fine, but it's all about how you work through that, right? Now, even in situations like this where you are then having to co-parent, you can do it in a great way, right? And a lot of women think by co-parenting, they can put their baby fathers on child support and think that's going to help everybody out. And that's not the case, because one person is having to carry both the mother and the child, right? When he's not even dealing with the mother. Once again, man, like, I'm not getting anything out of this. And I'm trying to take care of my child, and you want to put me on child support. It just doesn't make any sense. A lot of women put men on child support to be spiteful. And that's what you see a lot of times, as you've seen in all of these videos that I've seen, where women are taking these men to court and still pretty much stealing their money. The judge and the woman is stealing their money. You see a lot of times, man, where a lot of women say, hey, well, it is for the child. It is for the child. It's not for the child. Definition wise, child support is pretty much for the care of the child, right? To help the parent out, right? So, for example, if you have a man who is not taking care of a child, right? He's saying, man, listen, I don't care for my duties. I don't care about my responsibilities. That is when that child support is effective, right? That's when that child support become very, very important. So, hey, well, you know what? You're not going to help. She needs some help. Go ahead and give this woman some money, man, to be able to take care of this child. But we have men who are taking care of the child, and the mother is still sitting over here taking money from him. And you then would create a rift in that relationship between you and the father, because the father is pretty much being taken advantage of. That's all this is. It's being taken advantage of. So let's just go ahead and hear this beautiful sister's voice as to why she says, you know what, hey, I'm not going to put my baby father on child support, because guess what? I have common sense. I'm not spiteful and bitter.
So in regards to my last video, somebody said, so you'll never put your baby daddy on child support? And the answer is no. Let me tell you why. I'll never put my baby father on child support, because I have to deal with this man for eternity, okay? It's not just 18 years. Like, life doesn't just stop at that. No. Until I'm gone, he's gone, or the baby's gone, we have to communicate, because I believe in family. So until one of those things happen, that man needs to be your friend. Now, I'm not saying you got to sleep with him, or you still got to be with him, or you got to follow his direction. No, but it pays to build a friendship with that man. And you can't build a friendship when you get the courts involved to put him on child support to make these small ass payments, because you're low key living off the payments. And some women aren't. They really support the child with the payments. But for the ones that don't, they collect the child support to be spiteful and to, try to help maintain their life. I'm not built for that. Okay. I would rather just work a little bit harder and deal with the headache of having to work a little bit harder or go a little bit harder than to put my baby daddy on child support. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting my baby father on child support. We need to be friends. And if you don't want to be here, if you don't want to be present, I'm not going to force you to be present. You don't want to be here? Well, shit, I don't either. I catch red flags real quick. So if I felt like at any point during the pregnancy or prior to you were giving me, you don't want the baby vibes, I'm pro-choice. So we can, no problem. I don't believe in the soul of the baby. No. You don't want it, I don't want it either. But I'm not putting my baby dad on child support. No.
Well spoken. Once again, man, you could just only wish, man, that most of your sisters, man, will just can just move this way. I'm talking about most of your single mothers, man, who wants to sit over here and be bitter, be disrespectful, be disingenuous, right? Try to be spiteful. What is the purpose of being spiteful, man? And the man is just trying to live just like you. It just baffles me that we see these videos day in and day out, right, man, where these men are being taken advantage of. And it's like, man, listen, you want us to give y'all compassion. Y'all want us to give y'all compassion. But then when we ask for it back, we just have a bunch of excuses. Well, he doesn't deserve it. Well, he doesn't deserve it. Well, this, that. We look at all of the great things, man, that Martin Luther King has done, right? But you have a group of black women who sit here and say, forget what this man has done because he cheated on his wife. This doesn't make any sense, right? So you're just going to just ignore everything that this man has done. He worked his way up. He did everything that he was supposed to do the right way. He might have slipped up. Hey, but are we just going to just dismiss everything that he has done? So we have plenty of women, man, who sit up here and put their baby fathers on child support because he may slipped up, or he may have said, you know what, hey man, listen, this just ain't going to work. Let me move on. Well, you know what? Hey, listen, I can't give you this amount of money. I can give you something to try to keep you afloat because you do have my kid. But dog, man, like, there's no reason, man, to put me on child support. And what they end up doing, putting the man on child support, oh, because you're not doing what I'm asking you to do, because you're doing this, because you're doing that. Oh, you got a new girlfriend. Oh, I can't have that. And as she said, man, listen, this is a lifelong tie, right? This is a lifelong tie. It's not just 18 years and then it's over, right? Which pretty much a lot of women want. They're like, oh, well, you know, my child is 6 years of age. I need to go ahead and milk as much money out of this man as possible before this kid turned 19 years of age. It's just a sick process. It's just a very, very sick process. I mean, it's just crazy how we have to now tell men, right? I mean, it's just crazy because you will never tell a woman this. You will never tell a woman this, but we now have to tell men this, that, hey, man, listen, if you are about to get into a situation with your baby mother, right? You got to get in a situation with your baby mother where she's about to put you on child support. You need to beat her to the punch and put yourself on child support. And this is like, hold on, well, why would I want to put myself on the child support, right? So you need to put yourself on child support and then go ahead and fight it. Like, that's almost like putting myself in a stock that I know is just not going to work. I'm just going to hope. I hope that it works, but I'm going to still put some money into a stock that's just not going to go anywhere. I'm putting myself in harm's way. I'm putting myself in trouble. I'm about to create stress for what? Right? Why won't you ever tell a woman this? Why won't you ever tell a woman, hey, why don't you go to the court, man? You need to go to the court. You need to put yourself on child support and then, you know, and then sort of battle it out with your father. It just doesn't make any sense, right? And that also proves, man, that, hey, once again, like that alone proves, man, that the system is flawed. So when all of these women come up here and say, well, no, the child goes to the parent, man, that makes the most money. The child goes to the parent, man, that's most stable. That's BS. Someone says, why is a mature woman here? Someone else says, my baby mama, my op, I treat her as such. Someone else says, child support is a brokey hustle. I mean, hey, once again, women will sit up here and say, hey, man, this man is broke. This man can't do nothing because he is living off of a woman's money for alimony or child support. But when it's the other way around, once again, women will make all the excuses in the world for that woman to continue to steal money from that man. Doesn't make any sense. But so someone else says, the bitter baby mama's finna crash out in these comments. Someone else says 1000% why I never fought against 50-50 custody or for support. Even when I was out of work for 10 months, we are far from friends, but there is 0 point in choosing to have an enemy with your child's other parent. Someone else says, except most baby mamas have this mentality, child support is like an income for them. It is. Right. So then he goes on to say they need child support so they can stay outside partying it up. This is sad because the women have their own job. Then they get the free money from the man that they claim up and down they don't ever need. And then we getting government assistance. It's crazy, bro. It's just crazy, man. So someone else says, I feel like if the mom has a child 80% of the time, the father should pay child support. The mom is literally doing everything. But if they have the child 50% of the time, it is not needed. But see, here's the thing, right? And here's the thing. This is what people always try to neglect, always try to avoid, because once again, it will break the argument. Most men take care of their kids. Most men ask for 50-50. Most men will ask for 50-50, but the judge will always still say, hey, listen, no, she will get most of the custody, even though she can barely even freaking take care of the child, but she will get most of the custody and you're going to be giving her money for child support. This doesn't make any sense. Once again, I mean, if I'm asking you, hey, no, like, listen, how about we just deal with 50-50, right? And I pay for what I need to pay for. She pays for what she needs to pay for. No, it's never going to happen because guess what? I ain't going to get the judge, the government and the judge ain't going to get the money that they want. So guess what? We're going to sit over here. We're going to say, hey, well, listen, no, you're going to go ahead and give this woman money, right? And you're only going to see this child, man, 2 days out of the week, 3 days out of the week, right? You're only going to get partial custody, barely any custody. So this comment is invalid, right? So someone else says, I wish more women were like you. You are amazing. God bless you. Someone else says, I have a question. Do he help you? So someone else says, you don't have to be friends and you don't have to be enemies. Someone else says 1 in a million right there. She probably has a good dad. So the last person was saying 1 in a million right there. She probably had a good dad. So once again, man, y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about this, man? I mean, hey, man, you once again, you gotta have more sisters like this. You gotta have more sisters like this. Do me a huge favor, give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe to the channel.